I'm Brian Blanchard. I'm the current Master of the Worshipful Company of Builders Merchants. I worked 14 years as a builders merchant in the northeast of England, and then 24 years as a manufacturer and supplier to builders merchants across the UK. My role as Master of the Worshipful Company of Builders Merchants is to support the builders merchant industry through education and training, and promote career opportunities to youngsters who we wish to attract into our industry. 85% of everything that is built in the UK is supplied by builders merchants and their suppliers. Construction is very important to the UK economy. I think it was last calculated that construction represents 7% of GDP in this country. It's not just about building houses, it's about building roads, it's about building schools, it's about everything that is within the built environment within the UK.
The livery movement as a whole has three objectives: it's city, charity and education, and I am particularly interested and involved in the education side. As a livery, we attend the Livery Schools Link showcase, which is held every year. It's attended by quite a few livery companies, and its object is to showcase either the trade or the industry. It's based on a website, and we ask liverymen to put their names forward onto the platform, which is then accessed by head teachers and school ambassadors. We ask liverymen to go into the schools to give careers talks about the opportunities within our industry. What we want to do is make them aware of what a builder's merchant is and how many different career paths there are within the industry. You can be a forklift truck driver, you could be a financial director, and there's lots of opportunities in between. If you're interested in IT, web design, you can come into a builders merchant and do that. One of the functions of the Charities and Education Subcommittee is to award bursaries to employees of builders merchants who wish to further their career by studying and getting qualifications in order to get promotion within their industry. We ask them to apply for a bursary. It will be looked at on its merit, and if need be, they will be awarded the funds to further their education and therefore further their career within the industry.
So Lawson's is a family business, started in 1921. We've come a long way from a very narrow product range, I would say, of fencing material to now something like 20,000 products that cover shop stuff, which is things like mastics and paint, and through to timber, plasterboard, sheet materials. The opportunities and training within Lawson's, I would say, are very much central to what our culture is and what our ethos is. And I'll give you an example. Our commercial director, he came to me when he was 26, didn't know what he wanted to do. He started off in the yard, working around the yard, and he moved up the organisation, did an MBA, which we sponsored him through, and he's now our commercial director. So he really joined at almost the lowest level and ended up at one of the highest levels. We have a variety of HGV vehicles and transit vehicles in our fleet, and for example, if you're a driver, there's probably 4 or 5 different levels you can move up to with various pay grades, trainings that reflect that, right up to our most expensive and most innovative crane, which is a loft lifter crane that lifts materials up to about 100 feet on top of scaffolding, on top of roofs. And that requires a lot of specialist training, and it's a very special vehicle. So in that sector there's a lot of opportunity as well.
Leaving school at 16 and coming into the business and working your way up through to management and then to sort of operations director now, it's a good experience, because if I was still at school or doing other carpentry courses or what have you, you don't know where you're going to end up. And where we've come to now as a company and a unity, it's good, and we're always looking for good staff to work their way up. It's a good career opportunity, not just working from the yard. You can come in from the yard to the store to management, because you know the skills. You have to work in the yard to know the products, the knowledge, and the customers. If they ask you something, if you don't know about it, it's because you haven't had the training and you don't know the knowledge from where that material is going to be used. So once you've got that under your belt, then you can sort of progress up the path to management. It's not really that difficult, and when you've got that experience behind you, you'll feel more comfortable.
My name's Dan Walmsley, work for Lawson's Builders Merchants. I started in the industry 14 years ago. Came out of university as a graduate, and actually Took my first job at Lawson's, it was as a stopgap, whilst I tried to work out what it was I wanted to do as a career. The variety within the company and the industry is exceptional. So you start on a trade counter, and telephone sales, you've got stock control, transport. I got my first role as an assistant manager within 2 years of working for Lawson's, which kind of, by that point, cemented why it was an industry I wanted to keep working in, because it became a career choice, not just a job. At Lawson's we have a graduate scheme, and the plan is that over a 2-year period they have an opportunity to experience all the different aspects of working for Lawson's, so they can get a nice well-rounded experience to set them up for being an assistant manager or branch manager of the future.
The key we look for is attitude, absolutely 100%. And I would not be too concerned if you don't have necessarily the skills or the necessary qualifications at school. If you've got the right attitude and you want to get on, we will give you those skills, we will give you those tools to do the job. That's absolutely a fundamental requirement of what we do. We believe we can teach you anything that you want, providing you're willing to learn, and that is absolutely central to what we're about.
We have 3 people on our senior management team. One is the operations director, who actually started his life on the shop floor. Our own commercial director actually started on the shop floor as well, again came through technical and through estimating, out on the road. And then lastly, our marketing director actually came up as a marketing assistant. He now runs a marketing team. And of course myself, obviously started on the shop floor, on carpentry, and here I am as Divisional Managing Director for the Water Management Division. I thoroughly enjoyed my journey, and I hope others follow as well and do the same. We want more youngsters to come into this industry. I think there's some great opportunities for them to progress through businesses.
I think there's a misconception that our industry is a physical one, and clearly there are jobs on construction sites, in materials factories, on builders merchants yards, which are more physical than others. But there's a phenomenal range of different roles which provide opportunities for a very wide variety of skills and personalities: finance, marketing, technical, personnel, IT. I also think that our industry offers really good opportunities to progress. Most companies in the sector offer training and development opportunities, and our industry isn't afraid to promote from within. We've got a sales director who started as a wages clerk, a marketing manager who started as the office junior, and many other examples of people who progressed from one department to another.
Not only is the builders merchant sector an exciting industry to work in, it is also a well-paid industry as well. And there are great opportunities for career development. I did consider taking up an apprenticeship as a plumber or an electrician, but when the opportunity arose to join the builders merchants in the northeast, I took that opportunity. I realised very quickly that there was a very good career path for me, and I was given some excellent training and personal development to help me to enhance my career. Graduates or young people leaving school should consider a career in builders merchants, as there are many varied opportunities. In my time within the industry, I have been responsible for graduate recruitment, each year taking on 6 graduates across 6 different disciplines within the business: manufacturing, IT, sales, marketing. All of those people have progressed well throughout their careers, proving that there is a good career path to be had within our industry. So if you are interested in career opportunities within the builders merchant sector, please go to our website, where it will give you a direct link to our industry body, where there are details of training courses available to help you advance your career within the builders merchant industry.